Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well today. So, guys, we've got a lot of things to discuss with you today, starting from the first front of shirt sponsor down to Enzo Maresca coming out to say he's still gonna try to ease Estevan Willian into the team, and then Chelsea's strategy, the board of director doubling down on their ongoing or current recruitment strategy and every other thing. So yeah, I want you guys to stick around till the end of this video. Don't forget to drop your like in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and share this video because that's the only way you can help this channel grow. So let's go right into it. So, according to Lucas, Chelsea are close to announcing Oracle as their new front of shirt sponsor. However, the deal is expected to last until the end of the summer. And Lucas further shed more light on it, saying that Clear Lake will invest in Oracle, and secondly, Oracle will then gain access to Chelsea's sponsorship assets and a broad portfolio of Clear Lake's capital companies to implement its own software solutions. In turn, it will pay X amount in sponsorship for Chelsea. So it's it's not it's when you look at this, it just looks like I mean, I'm not saying it's a loophole or illegal kind of sponsorship, uh, like 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 it's looking, or it seems like it's a straightforward deal, but it's like scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. That's what this deal looks like. It's saying that Chelsea would invest in Oracle first. That's invest certain amount of money into Oracle. That's the company, and then Oracle will then gain access into Chelsea's sponsorship assets and a broad portfolio of clearly Capital's company to implement its own software solutions, which means that Chelsea would actually open the door for Oracle to have access to their to Chelsea's assets, and then also gain access into Clear Lake's capital companies to be able to source out more companies to invest or do business with. And then after that, they would in turn pay Chelsea so much amount of money, okay, to a sponsorship deal. So in the end, it's just I don't know. I don't know much about these finances and all that when it comes to this. So there's not much I want to say other than what I can understand. That it looks like it's not a straightforward deal. It's a deal that both parties must benefit, and to me, it looks like Oracle will be benefiting more than Chelsea. However, the deal is likely to run for just um, this season and ends at the end of this season. So, well, from what I understand, this deal is looking very likely to could be wrapped up in a day or two. Depends, but I feel like so it looks like Oracle will be Chelsea front of shirt sponsor finally. It's something that I don't know why Chelsea have slept on it. I mean probably pricing out themselves out of sponsorship deals because there were other brands like Riyadh Airways, Qatar, even Red Bull, and just to name a few. So, well, I, now this is just out of the way. So finally, we already have front of shirt sponsor, and it's gonna be Oracle. Also, secondly, one source that I always pay attention to is called Secret Source. I think you guys should check out the page on X, and the guy looks very credible. I mean, to an extent, a considerable or a reasonable extent. He is looking to be giving good uh, uh, updates every now and then. So you guys check him out and thank me later. So Enzo Maresca will continue to ease Estevao Willian in. Maresca fully trusts the talent of the Brazilian star boy, but doesn't want to overuse him at such a young age in a very physical league. The board fully backs the manager's plan. I I understand. On one hand, I understand what Maresca is trying to do, but I also think that this kid is way matured than his age, and I don't think there's any reason why you should uh uh hide him anymore. Okay, I understand trying to ease him in, but the child is the guy is so good, or the boy is so good that he's got 10 GA for both club and country, and that's how good this child is. This guy is, and he's just 18 years old. Ancelotti trusts him, and that's why Ancelotti keeps using him. I don't see any reason why Maresca shouldn't do the same. The only thing that I feel Maresca should do, he should just keep talking to him and ensure that the kid or William rather stays grounded, and that's also going to be a job for his family off and on the pitch. The guy is very good. He also came on and scored even against Senegal, and is I'm happy that Chelsea have Estevan William as their own player. He's really really good. He's really really good, and some people are going as far as comparing him to Lamine Yamal. Okay, and I don't want to put it. I don't want anyone to put unnecessary pressure on Estevan William. Just let's just allow the kid be himself and make the most of his career. But from all I can see, and from just the eye test, his future is very bright, and I hope that he stays at Chelsea for as long as possible. And then thirdly, Fabrizio Romano came on YouTube, and this is what Fabrizio Romano said. He said Chelsea are going on a different direction. Remember the Victor Siemens deal from the summer 2024. Chelsea were in conversations to sign him, but then decided not to proceed because they didn't want to change the salary structure. So the salary is something really important when you mention Chelsea. And when you mention transfer news about Chelsea, don't forget the direction they are going. That's really, really important. And what Fabrizio has just come out to say here is the fact that, in summary, you see these players like Rodrigo, Vinicius, that has been linked to Chelsea, players like Kendry, Kylian Yildiz of Juventus, and even Adam Wharton and all that. These players that I've just mentioned are players that are not young. They are not players that you can buy for 50 million anymore. These are players that you were buying nearly 100 million euros, or even north of 100 million euros. And I don't think Chelsea want to be in the position to spend that kind of amount. Plus, when you mention players like Vinicius, who's commanding close to three to 400,000 pounds weekly, and the wage structure that Chelsea are currently operating in, it's day and night. And what Fabrizio has come out to say is that Chelsea do not look like they are going to be breaking their wage structure on for anyone at that matter. And I like it. At the same time, it means that we're also going to be missing out on star players, so we have opportunities too. So it's good and bad. I like that Chelsea are actually okay going out in the market and scouting for players that have got good potentials and all that. And also, there's also this kid from Cruzeiro that Chelsea have been uh, touting and looking at. They've also gone as far as even trying to test the resolve of Cruzeiro from Brazil by offering them close to 10 million, 8 million pounds. But the boy, what's his name? What's his name? Felipe Moraes, who's playing for the Brazilian under 17. Is he under 17 or 21? Okay, and Chelsea sent an £8.5 million to test the resolve of Cruzeiro. The player has an £85 million release clause, and Chelsea have only. So this is the path that Chelsea have decided to um, go, and I don't know what to think about this, man. I really don't know what to think about. In the end, I hope that this is something that is temporary because we cannot afford to continue in this path. One every now and then we should try to break the protocol and just get one player that is ready, like a ready-made player. There's no harm in getting maybe like a Rodrigo, or maybe getting like a just someone that is going to be impactful immediately. Imagine Chelsea going dipping their hand into the transfer window and going in January and going for either Rodrigo or Vinicius, because one of them are either both of them are unsettled. Both players are considering their future. One is looking for regular playing opportunities, and the other one is looking for a bigger pay cut and all that. So imagine Chelsea dipping into the market and going for one of them, breaking the wage structure and breaking the bank for one of them. Imagine the kind of statement signing that would be. So I think that even though Chelsea wants to stay or stick to this wage structure that they're operating in, I think that once in a while Chelsea need to do something outside the box. So apparently, the kid from Cruzeiro, whose name is Felipe Mares, is a good player and plays is linked or likened to his playing style is likened to that of Kaka and all that. I mean, let's just stop putting legend's name on upcoming kids or talent. Let's allow them develop and be the player that they can grow to become. And then Enzo Fernandez came out to in an interview came out to talk about his injury, and this is what he had to say. He said, "Yes, I had an injury, not so serious, but it took me almost a month and a half to recover. Outside the pitch, I was more connected to my family, to be loved, to my loved ones. Maybe you don't realize it in your daily life with all the training sessions, the matches. Your head is thinking about the match, about the next training session all the time like that. Sometimes we lose that connection. I think it was a very important time to be able to reconnect with my family, my friends, myself, my children, my wife, my loved ones. I think it was an important part of the injury to take that time to do it." And he couldn't have said it any better than this. This was. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he did not join, or he didn't go for the international. Didn't join Argentina for the international competitions and all that. I mean, Argentina looked like they've already qualified, and Enzo Fernandez is not taking part will not be the end of the world. It's only giving time to recover, and when he goes back to represent Argentina, he can represent Argentina in the best way he can possibly do. So it's a good one, and it's a good time for him to. I mean, when you look at the how packed and tight football fixtures are, so that a lot of players do not even have enough time for themselves, for their private life, even for their family and all that. And you could see during last year, or was it last year, when Guardiola actually nearly had a divorce, went through divorce with his wife, and that's because I think it's part that attention and connection, lack of connection is part of it. And in as much as we all love football and all that, we should also understand that these players and managers or the footballing world or industry, they are not robots. They also have their own personal life, and they also need time. So it's a good thing. It's a good time for him, and I'm happy that he took the time out for himself. And uh, what else is there? So, according to FC Bayern, Bayern have no intention at the moment to trigger Jackson's buying option, and this is really annoying because Jackson has actually shot himself in the foot by, you see, you do not burn bridges. I like Jackson. The only problem Jackson had is that he's not clinical in front of goal. Other than that, I like how Jackson the way he moves, the way he attacks open spaces. Is hold up. It's not the greatest, but at the same time, it's not bad. Okay, it's decent, but he can. I'm sure that he's still young. He can still improve on things like that, and the way he acted or carried himself during the summer just showed that. And he's also said that he doesn't want to go back to Chelsea and all that. So you don't. What I'm saying is that okay, now the club that you've been saying you do not you want to play for, you were so eager to join. They look like they're not going to be activating or triggering your release clause. So what does that tell you? It means that you're not as important to them as you made them, as you they made you think, and in the end you're not going to be um, signed on a permanent basis. You have to return to Chelsea. Chelsea could have given you a lifeline if you actually went on loan on good terms, or you stayed and fought. You just decided to bomb bridges, and these are the things that a lot of, I think it has to do with a lot of African footballers do this kind of things a lot. They just tend to mess up every now and then, and it's not making any sense. So during the October international break, again, this has to do with Estevan Willian. Estevan Willian was disciplined by Carlo Ancelotti after twice not following his tactical instruction in training to press the fullback, and he said, "I only say things once. Either you do what I am telling you to do, or you are out of the team." And this is Ancelotti going hard on Estevan Willian. It means that the kid knows he knows what he's doing, and he looks like one who's going to pay, who's humble and ready to work and take advice from people that have been there, and even take instructions into on board and all that. So if that happened in October and we're in November and see that Estevan Willian is playing differently, and every day the kid is improving. So I don't think there's any reason whatsoever to be worried about as regards Estevan Willian. Now, this has to do with Enzo Maresca. The kid is ripe and ready to start giving the opportunity to, so that he can do what he knows how to do best. And then let's talk about that Stan Satpiev, one of Chelsea's prodigy that is playing for Kairat, says he prayed 5 times daily, okay, for top clubs to find him, and that he understands that everything comes from the Almighty. I pray for something, and after some time I received what I wish for. I see that my prayers are not in vain, that my work is not in vain. Everything is rewarded. For example, I pray that one of the top European clubs will notice me, and now it has happened. I will be joining Chelsea. Well, I don't. There's a lot to say about this kid. Okay, he's only 17. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, and he plays for Kazakhstan league, and is bossing the league. I think he's the leading goal scorer for the Kazakhstan league. He's played in the Champions League qualifiers, and he did not look scared. He played like a man on a mission. Because yeah, he's also been regarded as a baby Aguero. The way he moves, his posture, the way he even whips the ball with both feet. He's got so much shooting technique, so much shooting power on both his right and left legs, and that's just incredible. And it's good to see that when you work and you work hard, there's a reward for it. There's a reward for everything that we do. Okay, you do good, well, the reward is there. You do bad, the reward is there. And like he said, he said everything comes from the Almighty, that's God, or Yeah, and yeah, God has crowned his effort, and I'm happy for him. So yeah, good luck to him. I think that after this season, and he's going to be going to Strasbourg, that's Chelsea's sister club, and then over time he's going to end up joining Chelsea. So ESPN reports that Manchester United rejected Chelsea's offer of Romeo Lavia as part of the deal that saw Alejandro Garnacho move to Stamford Bridge, ultimately for £40 million due to concerns over the 21 years old uh, fitness record. Well, I hope that I don't have anything to say as regards Lavia other than I hope that Chelsea just take their time and allow him to recover. If it means that we don't have to have him for 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 as long as 8 to 3 months, I don't care. Let him just take all the time he needs to get over this ceaseless injuries that keeps reoccurring. Today is his ankle, tomorrow is his hamstring, next tomorrow, the day after tomorrow is his quad. I mean, we just need to find a way to have a fit Lavia in the team because he's a very good player. I'm not gonna lie. Lavia is a very good player. You can see how much difference he makes whenever he plays. He comes on and he plays. Okay, he's one of those players that helps Chelsea in the build-up. Levi Colwill, Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, even Moises Caicedo. When you want to build from the back, these are players that you look up to, and there is no better player that can help the build-up from the back than Romeo Lavia. So I hope that I'm glad that Chelsea didn't sell him. I would have been disgusted. Supposing we sell him and he eventually gets rid of this injury that is plaguing him and we start to see a different Romeo Lavia, I'm going to be disgusted. So to wrap up, Bournemouth reluctantly accept that they may be powerless to prevent Antoine Semenyo from leaving the club as soon as January with his £65 million release clause, which must be activated by a specific date. This one, we all know Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth, and he's a very, very good player, to say the least. He's a very, very good player. I mean, he's one of those players that is carrying Bournemouth on his back. What do I think? Do I think Chelsea should go for him? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that if we want to try to get another player on that side, there are players that have been mentioned. I mean, Kenan Yildiz of Juventus. There's also we also have Garnacho, and then we also have Jamie Gittins. I think that we shouldn't. At the summer we're still having Giovanni Kenda coming back. We have quite a lot of players coming back from their loan from their respective clubs that they've gone to play for and all that. I think that we just have to be smart with our buyings. That's just what I think. Do I think that Semenyo is going to do well at Chelsea? He's going to perform in any of the top clubs that he plays for. If it's Chelsea, if it's Liverpool are actually interested in him. Manchester United actually are interested in him. Even Arsenal is going to do very well if he joins any of these clubs that I've mentioned. But do I want Chelsea to go for Semenyo? I'm a bit on the fence on this one. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Chelsea should go for him? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So yeah, that's everything that I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell me if you think that tell me what you guys think about everything that I've just mentioned and what you guys think that Chelsea should do as regards Nicholas Jackson. Having heard that Bayern are not actively looking to activate his release clause in the summer. I'll be replying you guys or replying to as many of you as I can. But until next time, it's Chelsea first and rivals next. Peace.